Five heart principles, lifting us higher, learning without blame, fueling our fire. Together we grow, together we thrive, keeping operational excellence alive.
Talk about a powerful way to stop the blame game at work and actually start improving. Think about it. When something goes wrong at work, what's the first question we always ask? But here's the thing. Assigning blame, it fixes absolutely nothing. It just hides the real problem. Worse, it creates this cycle of fear that stops us from learning what's really going on. This is where a learning team comes in. It flips the script. It's all about curiosity, not judgment. The whole idea is to explore that gap between the neat plan and the messy reality of work. And how do you understand that reality? You got to talk to the people actually doing the work. Okay, so how does a learning team actually work? It's a surprisingly simple 4-phase process. The cycle is pretty straightforward. Learn, soak, solve, and then share. Let's walk through it. So, first, you learn. The only goal here is to listen and understand. Seriously, no fixing allowed yet. Next up is soak. This is a deliberate pause to let all those insights really sink in. Here's a great way to think about it. It's like letting bread rise. Rush it, and it falls flat. All right, after soaking, the group comes back together to solve, creating improvements they can actually own. And finally, you share. The team turns their learning into a story, so everyone else can learn too. So you can see this is a totally different way of thinking compared to traditional investigations. Think of it this way. An investigation looks down for a root cause. A learning team looks out for context. This quote really says it all. Investigations are about yesterday's failure. Learning teams are about tomorrow's success. Now, for any of this to actually work, the role of leadership has to change too. A leader's job isn't to have all the answers. It's to support the process and protect the team. It's less about having the answers and more about just being present. That's what builds real trust. So at the end of the day, this whole thing isn't about finding fault. It's about discovering insight. This approach builds a stronger, more resilient organization by learning from the people who know best. So just imagine, what if every single error was seen not as a failure, but as an opportunity to learn?
Five heart principles, lifting us higher, learning without blame, fueling our fire. Together we grow, together we thrive, keeping operational excellence alive.